The title of this video is what happens when your song goes viral on TikTok.
Boom. Kidz back.
Kidz back.
We're here. We're gonna be talking about what happened when we went viral and kind of our experience through that. We made that song, Shut the Fuck Up. You might have heard it. It goes like this.
Don't give
Go
a
ahead. So I'm Smith.
I'm Louis.
I'm Quincy.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Marquise.
I'm Eddie.
And we are One Direction. No, I'm playing. Nah, but for real though, we opened for Smino at Virginia, at VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, and that was our first time on a huge like professional stage. Our first time with like a green room with actual like vegetables and water in it. And it was our first time really experiencing like what it is to be a true like performer. And so they paid us $2,000 for it. It was our biggest check we've ever had. We didn't even know how to like write the W-9 for it. We were just like, fuck it. We just need the money, bro. Fuck it. Like we were downloading like templates like in the green room to try to get this bread, bro. I was like, bro, I don't know who paid taxes on this shit, bro. I don't even know what I wrote down, bro. We got it though. We got it though.
We did everything correctly. Please.
It's a learning curve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No tax invasion is over here.
With that money, we then got together and we're like, all right, how do we use this to the best of our advantage? And that's when we came up with the idea. It's like, yo, let's go up to Detroit, all stay together for a week and just like make cool shit, And that's where Shut the Fuck Up came. It was our first time all being together in one place. We had one bathroom and it was just like very hot in there. It was like summer and it was just ugly.
It was kind of a vibe.
But it was a vibe, right?
Yeah.
It was a vibe.
Flex on him. Where are you going in a few weeks?
I've been asked to go spin in Spain.
We're back, right? And it's May. We're all in the crib.
Yes.
And we're like, yo, we need a fucking crazy ass song.
It actually started, we put this fire ass beat on, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to our producer. He always be coming with the craziest stuff. So everybody put some verses down because we had to get it flowing. The rappers, you know what I'm saying, they weren't really in their mode. Yeah. JPM was trying to hype everybody up, so we was like, all right, fuck it. Everybody, we gonna put some verses down. Put a verse down. We made a song called
Fa Fa Fa.
Fa 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 to start off. Was crazy. It was actually the verse viral TikTok. So then we made a different song off all that energy. That ended up being Shut the Fuck Up.
Shut the fuck up.
We started screaming that shit in the crib. I was telling them like, yo, put that down, like just screaming in the mic. And then we went viral up there for the first TikTok, Fa Fa Fa. And then we went viral the second time when we recorded Shut the Fuck Up. And that's when everything changed. In the morning, we were like, fuck it, let's go shoot the video for it. We, the way we shoot videos, we just go outside and just like have fun and do it.
We were just out.
And we're like, all right, yo, let's put it out. Eddie made the cover art for it. It came out, June 2nd, June 3rd?
Yeah.
It came out the first week of that shit dropping. It got shit ton of streams, and we had like 5 labels in our email inbox.
Yeah.
Universal, Republic, and then like 3 other ones that are like family labels of like those labels. Sony. We spent the next 2 weeks just talking to labels.
Yeah.
That's what happens though. That's like you get a song popping off, labels will come get you, even if you have like 5,000 listen or streams. Like they want to get you early.
They want the moment
because they want
commercialize you, but don't fall for it. Truly.
They make it sound good too. The one thing that like I've always noticed with these contracts is how short term they make things seem. Like, oh, we're independent, or oh, this is just a little distro deal, and it's going to be a very short term deal. And it's because they don't have faith in you. They don't see your potential. In our case, they didn't see our potential as a group. They didn't really understand us as a collective or as the creative house, which is what we call ourselves. But they offered us these deals to just capitalize on that moment of shut the fuck up, and not saw that we have longevity, that we have a vision of where exactly we want to go. That's the thing that they don't care about. They care about the moment.
I think my whole view of labels was already coming from a very like cautious place, but I realized through our experience that the main goal when like there's anything popping off that's very new and in this TikTok age is to like monetize the product of like usually this one song, but monetize the product of you before the moment's gone.
Yeah.
Rather than like try and make yourself a sustainable career, which is why saying no to that and all the other options was the best idea for us, because we bet on ourselves time and time again, and just push for self-sustainability, trust, self-belief.
We're saying this to give y'all like our experience on this. You know, this isn't to tell you, you know, don't trust labels or anything. We just want you to just look around and ask why, and think about things a lot more than surface level. Again, we're not here, you know, dishing anybody or saying anything against it. It's just for us that it's not the plane that we wanted, and you know, we valued ourselves more at that time, and we knew what we were able to do.
We had our song "Shut the Fuck Up." It just started popping off, and we're getting like 4-year 360 deals for $25,000 or something like that. It's like that money wouldn't cover a full year of somebody with a plan, and a lot of times they assume, and a lot of times, honestly, it's correct. They assume that you don't have a plan for when this happens to you. So when you get a little traction,
You see the
they
bug
come
on it.
in. They
This is
think
gonna
you
be an
need
insane
them.
shot.
A
I'm
lot of
sorry.
people end up, moving like they do need the label, and then they're able to get you on a deal like that, and now your entire career is in their hands. You can't drop anything you want to, and also you don't have the financial stability to change anybody around you's life. So you're honestly in the same situation now, just in debt, 25,000, because you got to figure out how to pay that back on your own.
The best way you can look at a label, and I don't remember who told us this, but in our dealings with all these different people, the best advice that I got from all of this was just look at the label like a bank. Whatever number and whatever terms that they give you, they're just loaning you the money. That's not your money. You have to give it back to them. And there's all type of stipulations on what actually happens before you can start to profit from your music and your art. That's what they care about. They care about, they're going to invest in you, and a lot of times they invest a small amount to just, if something does happen, that's good for them. They get to have, they get to reap the benefits from that. They're willing to throw a little bit of money just in case something happens. Whereas this is everything for you, and they don't believe in you. Development is dead. They do not believe in development. They don't believe in the longevity of your career. That's something that we kind of had to learn. I wouldn't say the hard way, but we had to come to that realization over time with just taking meetings and keep taking meetings, like not getting discouraged even though we weren't getting what we wanted still.
So, what else good happened from our song blowing up? One good thing, a lot of these label guys and lawyers and people of power are kind of very, liberal with the resources and names they throw around. In our experience, they talk a lot and gave us, little branches to grab onto from, the big tree. We've made good assets out of those. We found our just some of our representation that way. We found booking people that we may or may not have used. I feel like that's probably among some of the most value we found with talking to them, which was a really good silver lining, because as much as we like to be self-reliant, just having the people that can serve these individual needs to help us grow and stuff has been really helpful, and it's still proving helpful to this very day.
I think going off that point, another thing that really helped us was us seeing how quickly all these labels reached out after one great song. Really put in perspective how quick and easy it almost is. It's hard to get there, but once that door is open and you see those labels are talking to you, that means you have something. It's something there. That's something that's already there. You can go with the label or not. That's not our decision to tell you, but you just got to know that they're reaching out. That means you already have something. I think a great lesson out of everything that's going to come with any label that hits you is that you need that confidence of yo, you can talk to these people, bro. They're regular people. It's nothing different. You're not going to be special. It's going to happen quick, fast. It's like that, bro. I was having label meetings before a class.
And now we get into talks with one specific label, the biggest as in his kind of resume. We wanted to work with him specifically. They invited us to Something in the Water, Pharrell Williams music festival in
Which
DC,
was incredible.
which was amazing, which was also in a week in advance. They got us 11 tickets to go for
Yeah.
free. And that's one other thing that I've learned through this industry, bro. It's like we talked to Armani White, and he said something that was like really stuck with me, was that if a label wants you, they will literally take care of you, and they will spoil you like their
Yes.
only child, because that's their way of showing that we believe in you, we want your investment.
You know
So
this better than
if
I
they're
do.
not
I'm the
flying you
rappers.
out, if they're not buying you food, if they're not paying for your hotel rooms, if they're not like really taking care of you as you or your group or whatever, then they're not fully invested. We went to the festival, and then a few weeks after that, we're just back and forth talking with this label, right? Matt, I don't even know what to call it. Let's call it Johnny's label. Yeah, Johnny. We talked to Johnny's label. We're going back and forth, and they asked us, yo, we want you guys to meet the head executive. We were like, bet. Let's do that.
Let's do it.
And they were like, okay, next week, come to Universal Music in New York City.
Yeah.
And so we were like, bet. It's like Sunday. We were like, all right, we'll go up on Wednesday. They also didn't pay us to do that. You know, they didn't pay for our gas or anything.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was wild.
In retrospect.
In retrospect, yeah. Looking back on
we
that,
should not have traveled.
we should have not
on
traveled,
our
and we should
own.
have stayed in New York City that night. We did the meeting, and this is something that you had said before.
Let's set the scene a little bit. So we walk in, they make us all sign in, they make us all check in. We go through like, I don't even know how many doors. I feel like we went through like 4 different sections before we hit the elevator, met the guys, went up to whatever floor, walked out. We're seeing all these plaques on the walls, all these label names, all these achievements that all the companies under Universal have.
Madonna, Drake.
Yeah, all
Everybody.
these achievements and shit. We finally get into it, and it's the exact vision everyone has. We walk in, it's the big ass conference, long table, and everyone sits there, and we're all just waiting for this guy. Homie walks in, bag of chips. There's a seat at the table for him. He decides, body language, manipulation, whatever, I'm gonna switch up the whole vibe, and he just sits on the wall, leans back. My fault, bro.
Eating a bag of chips, bruh.
It just felt like a power play. Like they would be trying to explain something to us. We looking to him for answers or confirmation. We're there to meet you. We met no offense to the other guys because we like them, but we met these niggas already. We did meet you. We don't need them talking for you while you're sitting in front of us. So we're trying to talk to him. He's taking his time, barely saying anything, ambiguous answers. We ask him a question. He basically asks us the same exact question we just asked him. And it just feels like a big power play.
Because we basically pour out our heart and soul to this man. And we ask him pretty much, is it possible, Mr. Moneybag?
Guy?
And he says, let's do it. And to like 10, 11 kids that this is all we want and could change our whole perspective on the world, like,
Those were some strong 3
shook
words.
us. It was
It was some powerful
the
3
strongest
words.
3 words we've ever heard. So we're all like screaming inside probably, but we're like, oh
yeah.
really? Let's.
So then he asked, y'all got a lawyer?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, we do.
And hell
damn
no,
well
we
ain't
didn't.
No lawyer, bro. So we're like, what's next steps? He was like, your lawyer gets with our lawyer, and we'll figure something out.
That's how it went until then we started having follow-up meetings, and he was ready to meet with our lawyer, and we were like, oh, yeah, we don't have a lawyer. And so then
I think a lot of people don't know how to get a music lawyer in this
Yeah.
industry. So while talking to the label, the big label that we were talking to, they gave us references. You know, they have a bunch of firms that are connected to, you know, big
Okay.
labels, Sony, Universal, all this, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
They'll reference people and firms to you and be like, hey, go talk to these people, see if you like them, see if the energy is good. There's one problem with that, is that when they reference a lawyer to you, that means they are in close relationship with them, which means that they've worked a lot of deals with them, which means
they also might be in bed with them. Yeah, the thing about like taking references from a label that you're working with is just like there's a conflict of interest there. They could be friends and do buddy activities, doing golf and shit, talking about your deal and not have your best interest. But you will never know. They won't ever tell you. So you got to just kind of feel it out and hope for the best, I guess.
Yeah.
So basically, that Johnny deal didn't work out.
Didn't do
we
it.
didn't do it because the number was insanely too low. The like, just the terms were really bad. The length of the deal and what was actually going to end up like making sense for our profitability like was just really bad. Yeah, and then there was also this fucked up shit. called upstream. And what upstream is with that there's these things in deals called options, and basically we had to ask and figure out through talking to our lawyer and everything that options aren't our options. It's the label's options. It's not a two-way option street. These niggas have the options. We have no options. When they say, oh, you look at all these options, like I could do another set of albums for $200,000. No, that's not that you don't have that decision. That's their decision. And basically, what upstream is, unbeknownst to you, whenever the label that you're currently with, if there's a major over them, they can upstream. They can shoot you right up to them and sign you into a contract that they decide on without any of your knowledge and without you being able to decide on any of the terms or the money or anything. They just put you in a new deal with a bigger label, and you have no option.
So through all these label meetings, the biggest thing that was like kind of detrimental to us is that we had nothing to stand on, no leverage points in any deal, right? So we had nothing to show. We had one song that went viral on TikTok. The biggest thing we needed was like something to hold. So we made this big decision to be like, yo, after we said no to Johnny's deal, to the big deal, we were like, should we do this album, put it out? Wow. And so we said, hell yeah, by ourselves.
And raise enough money to be able to go get another Airbnb like we did in Detroit to then lock in for a week and make Mike Tyson Jab.
Literally, that album was the best decision we have ever made in our life. Our manager, Sid, had hit us and say, yo, Pusha T's on tour on his Almost Dry tour, and he's coming to Richmond, and they don't have an opener. Do we want to open for $150?
$150.
$150, bro.
$150. So that means, let's do the math real quick. I did the math. How much is that? 150 divided by 11?
11?
$6 each. I said, if we do it, we get to go to like Chick-fil-A, get a large fries.
That is not the math at all. These niggas are not in college at all.
Are we going into detail?
They're dropouts. Don't worry about them.
So that was
probably
cool.
About,
like we got.
I was about to say about
$13.
Yeah, it's not $6. Everybody got a Chick-fil-A combo because we performed with Pusha T.
I think the craziest thing about getting that gig and the fact that we said yes, because for one thing, we wanted to work with that artist. I don't know, we kind of sold, and it was a good reminder for ourselves as to like never undercut yourself. Like after all that work we had put in, it was like there was no reason to ever take that money. And it was really just because of what we wanted to do. We wanted to work with this artist and like meet them. And if y'all seen the vlogs already, like y'all saw how that worked out. So never sell yourself short.
Like for the people that don't know, we didn't meet Push. He disrespected us, didn't let us like back in his area.
Had no green room. We were in the car.
Even fucking leave.
They said, nah. When Pusha gets here, everybody you gotta join the crowd. Y'all gotta get the hell out of here because it's
y'all are just regular old folk at that point.
I understand Push is bigger than us, but we still are artists at the end of the day. Like, yeah, he that nigga, but honestly, we gotta be them niggas too if you wanted us to perform.
But the music industry is a really good, quick example of a career that you have to like shit on everyone else just to make yourself like be on like everyone else's level. Because if you don't do that, then everyone will always keep pushing you down and keep pressing you down.
Be more than okay being on your own, working on your own, learning on your own. Those are the most valuable skills in this life and in this industry.
When these people come around, that's all the validation that you need, that you have something. They in your inbox for a reason, in your DMs for a reason. They want these meetings for a reason.
That was great words, my friend. We are doing the outro. Our camera is about to die. This was Kidz at Play. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next video.
Stream everything on Kidz at Play.
Yeah.